How high prices for metal junk cars. The price of steel, aluminum, copper, and bronze has been rising steadily in recent months, which means that the value of used cars has also been dropping. As a result, many people are looking to find ways to get rid of their old cars or send them off to the junkyard before they're worth less than scrap metal. Junking your car can be a smart way to save money and help the environment. Metal doesn't go bad, even if the vehicle is past its prime. It's up to you whether you sell it or scrap it. Metal demand can affect the junk car market. As the price of metals rises, people may choose to spend their money buying metal instead of purchasing a used car. The junk car business relies on cars that are not cost-effective to fix and maintain, but as prices for metals rise, these cars become worth less than scrap metal and not worth fixing. According to Dean Munsey, CEO of Monk Investments, right now we're seeing a lot of pushback from people who want to bring in their old vehicles because they're just not making any money. Metal demand from China is affecting the junk car market. China is the world's largest consumer of steel and aluminum, which means that as they buy more metal, worldwide prices will rise. According to analysts, the price of steel has increased by 20% over the past year, which means that used cars are worth less than before. Munsey says, they have to do something with those vehicles because it's costing them money just to keep them on their property. Higher metal prices mean that it may be better for people to sell their old cars rather than junk them. Because people are choosing to hold on to their metal, the market for used cars has been affected as well. Munsey says, the demand is still out there and we're getting a lot of interest from institutional buyers, car dealerships, wholesalers, scrap metal dealers, and whatnot, but the supply is not there. Tips on getting rid of an old vehicle. Selling an old vehicle can be a smart way to make a little extra money and save the environment. Metal doesn't go bad, even if the vehicle is past its prime. It's up to you whether you sell it or scrap it. The demand for metals can affect the junk car market. As the price of metals rises, people may choose to spend their money buying metal instead of purchasing a used car. Here are some tips on getting rid of an old vehicle. 1. If you're trying to sell your car, it's a good idea to share the year and make it online so that potential buyers know what they're getting into. 2. Dealerships may offer to buy your car from you if they have a buyer looking for what you have but might not be able to find it in this current market. 3. It's also a good idea to clean up your car as much as possible, as buyers might be turned off by a dirty interior or messy engine. Make sure that your tires don't show any signs of wear and that all fluids are topped off before putting them up for sale. Gas is also important. People don't want a vehicle that's going to need new gas before they can even leave the parking lot. 4. If you plan on dropping your car off for recycling, be sure you remove all of your personal belongings and keep them safe, as some companies might try to sell them back to you. 5. There are many options available if buying a new vehicle isn't what you're looking for. Many organizations take in donated cars, while others pay cash for junk cars, no matter what shape they're in. 6. Check your local laws before selling or recycling. Many areas require that the car's engine is removed before disposal, which can take up to half a day to complete. How to prepare your old car for junkyard. When you sell your old car, it's important to remove any personal belongings so that the new owner won't find anything valuable when they take apart the car. It's also important to make sure that all fluids are topped off and that the tires don't show any signs of wear. If you're recycling the car yourself, be sure to remove your personal items before dropping them off at the junkyard. With some cars, you may need to remove the engine before disposing of it. The value of used cars has been dropping due to higher prices for metals. Many people are trying to find ways to get rid of their old cars or send them off to the junkyard before they're worth less than scrap metal. Metal demand from China is affecting the junk car market. Higher metal prices mean that it may be better for people to sell their old cars rather than junk them. Higher metal prices have made it tough for people who are looking for a new vehicle, as the demand is still there but the supply isn't. It's important to remove your personal items before trying to sell your car and getting ready to recycle. When should I junk my car? There are many different factors that will need to be taken into consideration when deciding if your car is worth fixing or not. The most important of these is the condition of the engine. If the engine of the vehicle has suffered significant damage, there may be no saving it and it will need to be scrapped. Other aspects to consider are how old the vehicle is, what parts need to be replaced, and more. If you're looking at cars that are 10 years or older, then it's likely that their value has dropped significantly due to newer models on the market. Replacing some components might put them back into a functioning state, but there may still be problems with other components on the vehicle. To understand how much you can make from selling your car, our company can provide you with services relating to cash for junk cars. Contact us for an offer at 312-401-2157 AGA Junk Car Buying.